Okay, thanks for being on, you guys. I'm Amber Smithson. I'm a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life, and I'm one of the hosts for the Health Games March. And we're just so excited. We've got a good start off to the games, and we just want to help more people to be able to be focused on their health. And so feel free to keep inviting friends because it's not too late to join. Even if they're a few days behind, it's totally easy to catch up, and their points will be prorated. So they don't have to worry about, oh no, I couldn't get those points when I signed up. And we made the weight loss percentage low enough that really it's totally doable for someone to start even 1 or 2 weeks late. So keep inviting your friends. Hopefully, if you're liking it, then you'll probably know of other people who would really benefit from being part of it. So one thing that I wanted to go over is a concept that is called the two-part brain. And this is something that I trained on at our last health coaching conference. And I just really felt like everybody on this call would benefit from it too. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I'm just going to do the shortened version. Let's see, share screen. Okay, so I want to talk about two parts of our brain, the limbic and the logic. So the limbic system is kind of like our gut instincts. Like if we saw a lion, then we would run away. Or your heart starts beating when you get really nervous about something. But really it's our friends. This is our animal instincts, our emotions. This is what keeps us alive. This is what senses danger. Without it, no one would care. Like no one would care to eat or stay alive. No one would want to procreate the earth and have children. It would just be like, yeah, we don't care. Humankind would cease to exist without the limbic system. So it's a really important thing. But also, let's see. Did I go too many? Nope, I'm good. So its a point in our brain is to seek pleasure and avoid pain. So this is the part of our brain that would rather just eat, watch TV. It would rather eat high fat, high salt, high sugar foods because that's what gives our brain more pleasure, right? And avoid pain also encompasses avoiding change. This part of our brain will interpret change as pain, or it'll interpret it as danger. It doesn't have any morals. It's impulsive. It will say anything to protect you. So here's the picture of this tiger. And it's just that animal instincts. It doesn't feel bad. It says no morals. It doesn't feel bad. A tiger doesn't feel bad if it kills its prey and eats it. It doesn't go, oh, that impala, it probably had a family. No, it doesn't care. And that's how this part of our brain is. So this part of our brain will also say anything to keep the status quo intact. So the logic part of our brain, this is our goals. This is the part of us that wanted to join this challenge, right? The part of us that said, I really want to be healthier. I want to be fit long term so that I can spend more time with my kids, so I can go skiing, so I can, sleep better at night, get off my diabetes medication, whatever it might be. This is the part of us that goes, no, I'd really have, I'd rather have chicken and salad than a sheet cake, right? And everything, all of our actions go through this logic part of our brain. We literally, our limbic part of our brain cannot tell our hand to pick up a fork, poke food, and put it in our mouth. It can't. It has to go through our logic part of our brain, our prefrontal cortex. And so this is our free will or free won't. We decide what we do. Everything goes through the logic brain. So we have these two parts of our brain. And in a lot of ways, they're opposites, right? So that's kind of why we feel crazy sometimes. So raise your hand if you've ever felt a little bit crazy, like you're talking to yourself or talking yourself into or out of decisions. Okay, I'm not the only one. That's good. But here's something to kind of just think of as you hear yourself having these conversations in your head. Just because you hear it in your head doesn't mean it's true. So a lot of times our limbic part of our brain, when it talks to us and says, you got to eat that candy, oh my gosh, you need that, you know, you need that bean burrito or you need that Whopper or whatever that your limbic says, it sounds like your voice. It sounds like it's you. But really, it's that limbic part of our brains, the animal instincts. I'm showing a picture of a dirt road, and it has some grooves, like some cars that drove through it, right? So our limbic part of our brain wants to keep the status quo. It wants you driving on the same road that you're used to because that's where it feels comfy. That's where everything is happy and not dangerous. And as soon as you make new changes like, hey, I want to be healthier. I want to eat these good foods. I want to exercise. I want to lower my stress. The limbic part of your brain is going to sense danger. It doesn't want you to make new grooves in that road, new neural pathways in your brain. So it will tell you anything that it needs to keep you in your comfy spot right now. It will tell you you're going to offend people if you don't eat their food. It'll tell you that exercise is going to hurt too much. It's going to hurt you. It's going to be bad. It will tell you just anything. It'll tell you, no, that, you know, your kids are going to hate you if you don't make cookies every night, or, you know, whatever it is. It knows you. It knows you better than anyone else. It's part of you. So it wants to keep that status quo going. So here's an example with your eating. Your logic brain is going to say, I have health goals. You know, I'm looking at the big picture. I'm going to choose that salad, and I'm not going to choose that candy. But your limbic brain is going to say, eat all the food now. There could be a famine. You know, when we were cavemen, you found a berry bush, you'd eat it all right now and try to pack on that fat for the winter, right? Or if I don't eat that, I'm just going to die. Or this is the last chance. It's only Easter once. Those peeps are going to be out of Walmart. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Right? Just one dessert won't matter. And, oh, just have one more. And, well, you already ate that, so you might as well eat. Right? You've all done that before, right? I know I have. Or you might offend the host. So those are just some things to think of about our limbic and logic. So I want to give you just a couple of strategies that may help you when this is happening. When you hear this, I want you to try to be mindful and hear your brain talking to each other in the next few days. So when you start hearing these two voices in your head, then this is when you can do something that Dr. A calls stop, challenge, choose. So first, stop. Realize that your limbic is trying to tell you what to do. And then challenge that. Be mindful of what you really want long term. So the logic part of your brain. What are your goals? What is it that the real you, because the real you is your logic part of your brain. The limbic is just what keeps survival mode, right? And to challenge that. And it's good to just take a deep breath. Okay, everybody on the call, ready? Take a deep breath. Kind of center yourself. Don't fight against the limbic. It's not your enemy. It's not, you know, good angel, bad devil on your shoulder. It's good that you have that there, right? Keeping you alive, that survival mode. But to just know, oh, well, that's what that voice is. That's my limbic. Of course my limbic wants me to eat brownies rather than salad. Of course, it's keeping me alive, but it doesn't know what the real me wants. It doesn't know my real goals. If you fight against it and like, oh, why do I have to have these thoughts? And oh, what's wrong with me? And I just hate that. And that actually gives it more power. And it will sense that you have this angst, and it will fight against you harder. So giving those thoughts power will give it more power over you. But you are stronger than your limbic. And just going, oh, that's what it's there for. I'm creating new groups in my head. Hey, that's cool. You know, it's okay. And so those are my best tips. I want to open it up. Unmute yourself if you have more comments on this subject or questions or anything. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Kat, I know you have stuff to say. I'm unmuting you.
I was just pushing my button. So this is such a powerful concept, and I was first introduced to this probably about 6 months ago. And it's really been a powerful thing in my mind because no longer do I feel like I'm cheating myself if I make a choice. It's choices. It's all based on choices. And sometimes it's hard to make choices that go out of those grooves. I mean, if you think about if you're driving a car down those grooves, how hard it is to get out, and you might get stuck, and it might be slower, and it might be harder. But it's really powerful to start making those new grooves and kind of stop and realize what's going on. And the life you're creating yourself, it's way more positive than running away from something bad. And it's not all about, oh, I failed, I cheated. It's, I made a choice. And maybe you did eat a piece of cheesecake for dessert one day. So what? Was it good? I hope you enjoyed it, because I hope it was delicious. And then you just move on, and life goes on. And as long as you're making good choices most of the time, then you are going to create those new grooves, and you are going to start feeling like you have more control over that part of your brain. And it's really empowering in a lot of different parts of life, not just in food.
Awesome, Kat. It's so true. This can be applied to anything. Like, you want to be a better parent. You want to, have good conversations with your kids rather than yelling fests or whatever.
Right.
The big part.
And I stop, challenge, and choose all the time now with my kids. And I think, oh my gosh, my limbic brain wants to scream at this child and throw all their clothes on the floor because they shoved them in a drawer instead of folding them and putting them away. And then I think, wait a minute, stop, challenge, choose. And it really does make a difference in everything. So
awesome. Does anybody have a question or a comment on this, or a personal experience? And raise your hand if you're not sure how to unmute yourself, and I can unmute you. Okay, everybody's good on this. Okay, just go around and say your name, and so we could just meet you just a little bit. I'm going to unmute you, Anne. Okay.
I'm Anne.
Where are you from, Anne?
I'm in Colorado Springs. I have 4 kids. I have a baby, so trying to lose baby weight times 4.
Awesome. Well, we're glad that you came on, Anne. Whitney, you're unmuted.
Hi, I'm Whitney. I'm living in Oklahoma now. And I just wanted to add with what Kat was saying, that it's not an all or nothing thing too, which I love. When you can have that conversation in your head, then if you do eat off plan, or, you choose to eat something other than what's reinforcing your ultimate goal of health, you can just have that conversation and get right back, on track. It's not all or nothing.
Awesome, Whitney. Thank you. Okay, Allison, you want to say something? Oh, your audio isn't working for me. Well, I can't hear you, but we're glad that you're here, Allison. Thank you for getting on. I hope you've been able to hear us. Okay, let's see. Camille, I think I unmuted you, Camille. Maybe not.
Camille, I live in,
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry, okay. I'm Camille, and I live in Pleasant Grove, Utah. And this is my first health challenge, and it's been really fun. I'm on the health challenge to maintain and just continue working on lifelong healthy habits, and it's really fun. I'm enjoying learning all this fun stuff.
Awesome, Camille. Thanks for being on. Lisa, can you talk? I don't think she can. How about Trudy? Can you talk?
I hope so.
Oh, I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, yay, good. I have no idea how to unmute, and I don't know why the camera's not working, but whatever. I'm in Utah. I'm in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is challenge number 4 for me, I believe. 3rd being a coach. I'm hoping that this will be my challenge. I can hit my 70 pounds lost, but we'll see.
Nice.
The stop, challenge, choose thing is something huge that I think is probably the biggest thing that has gotten me to where I'm at. And like Kat said, I agree. We're all human. We will have those days where we eat something that is not what we should be eating. But for me, it's been that I can then look at it and say, okay, I made a bad choice. I'm going to move on. I know what I got to do. And I keep focusing. I just get back on track. I've never been able to do that before. And it's just, there's something about this program. I haven't been able to put my finger on it yet. I'm still trying so that I can better teach that to my clients. But I know that this program works. It's something that it's a lifestyle change. It's not a diet. It's a lifestyle change. And I think a lot of that is the Stop Challenge Choose and all the things that you guys have taught me and these challenges, everything I've learned in these challenges, they're so worth it to me. And I'll continue to join them as long as you do, Amber.
Awesome, Trudy. 70 pounds. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm close. I'm really close.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for adding that. Jessica, do you want to say anything?
Sure. I don't know why my camera isn't working either, but I am actually Anne's sister. I also live in Colorado Springs, and I am busy growing a baby. So I'm actually trying to gain weight, but in a healthy manner, and just make sure that the things I'm putting into my body are fueling me and my baby so that we can both be healthy. So yes, learning lifelong healthy habits is important, and I would like to be able to pass that on to my children, and that's easier if I'm able to learn that before they can learn bad habits from me. So
Awesome, Jessica. Don't you love that pregnant ladies can play in the games and have an exemption on the maintain loss thing? I love it.
awesome.
Yep. Well, great. Okay, guys. Well, we wanted to keep it pretty short, and we just appreciate you getting on and just participating in this extra layer of support. And we're going to do another one next week, so watch on your team wall for the time and everything. So let's invite more people. More people need the extra support, and they need the education that comes with the games, and it's fun, so you can't beat that. So thanks for being on, guys. See ya.
Thanks, Amber.